Hi, I'm Jo Huey and today I am going to explain about emotional freedom technique. A particular exercise that I'm going to do today is the breathing exercise. So quickly, emotional freedom technique is all about releasing negative energy in the body, blocks of energy that are stuck due to physical or emotional pain. So basically what you do is you tap on certain meridian points of the body using your fingertips whilst repeating a standard phrase. And what this does is it allows you to release the negative energies that are on the main points, which I'm demonstrating at the moment, which is the top of the head, top of the eyebrow, side of the eye, underneath the eye, underneath the nose, the chin, something called the sore spots, which are just here, underneath the collarbone, underneath the arm, and then I like to go back to what's known as the karate chop, which is the side of the hand. And that's kind of one round of tapping. So that then releases energy that's blocked in the body. Before you start, you should do something called a SUS rating, which is tests basically how severe the problem is. So it goes from 0 to 10. So you would say whether it's a 5, a 6, a 7, whatever comes to mind. I would always say trust what comes to your mind when you first start doing it. So if you were feeling anxious, for example, and it could be at an 8, then you would have that as a barometer so that you've got something to measure it against, so that you can see how far you've come once you've done the tapping, and the intention is to get that down to 0. So first of all, what I'm going to do is demonstrate the breathing technique. And the reason that I like this technique is because when I work with clients, I use this so that they can get a general idea as to how emotional freedom technique works and what we say. And it's really good to, get a full breath. So we measure this on a 0 to 100% scale. And usually what happens is I'll say to my clients, take 3 deep breaths and let me know how full your breath feels at this moment in time. So they'll do that, and then that's our barometer for starting off. So it could be 75%, 85%, whatever it is. And then we will start from that point. So when I get them to 100%, then obviously we know how far we've come or how far we've got to go. So first of all, what I would say is feet on the ground, both feet flat on the ground, get yourself grounded, and then take 3 deep breaths. And then what I want you to do is rate your breath in terms of whether you feel it's, in terms of percentage, whether it's 85%, whatever it is. So get that figure in your mind. And then once you've got that in your mind and you know what that is, I want you to start tapping with me on the side, on the karate chop point with your fingertips, and say after me, even though my breath is at whatever the percentage is, 85% I will use, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my breath is at 85%, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my breath is at 85%, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So once you've done that 3 times, then we move to the top of the head and we shorten that phrase. So we're going to say breath at 85%. Breath at 85%. Breath's only at 85%. Breath at 85%. Breath at 85%. Breath at 85%. Breath's only at 85%. Breath at 85%. Breath at 85%. Take 3 deep breaths. And then I want you to rate how full you feel your breath is. Sometimes it might go down, sometimes it might go up. Just trust whatever comes to mind. There's no right and wrong for this exercise, and you will get it to 100%. So just go with whatever comes up for you. You'll notice as I was going around, I slightly changed the saying as I was going round, because the intention is that we want to get it to 100%. So you should say what feels right to you. Also, when we started the setup phrase and we said, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, some people don't like that phrase or find it hard. So again, adjust that phrase so it's a positive phrase for you, because that setup phrase is very important. So I think it's better to make sure that you're saying something that you feel comfortable saying. So then what we would do is repeat that again. So even though my breath is at 90%, I'd like it to be at 100%. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my breath's at 90%, I'd love it to be 100%. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my breath's at 90%, I'd love it to be 100%. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then you carry on repeating again on the different points. You can also use two hands if that's more comfortable. I actually prefer using two. And it doesn't matter which hand you tap on, whether you use the left or the right, it really doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you alternate either. As long as you make sure you're tapping on the points, and you should really be tapping at least 7 times. But by the time you've said the phrase you're saying, you would have probably done that. And then you carry on until you come to the end. And then again, take another deep breath. And then make sure that you do the rating again. And just repeat that until you get to 100%. And you will feel, you'll notice it in yourself. If any thoughts come up whilst you're tapping, sometimes people say to me, it feels a bit restricted, or things like that, then use those words that come to mind about how your breath is feeling, because that will help to clear and make sure that you get to a full breath of 100%. So any problems, then please feel free to email me at johuey.co.uk. I do have some free A4 print up and PDF files of how you would do the tapping if you do need that, and some instructions. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy the technique as much as I do.